I'm Trey B. Lion.
And I'm J. Mello the Great.
And you're listening to T&J's Child's Play.
We created this podcast to give young adults an escape from their daily lives.
But we're here to remind you that shit is still real, so wake the up.
I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me.
We like to highlight excellence in the young black community.
As well as give y'all some bomb advice and create a place where you can just kick it with us. Catch our show here every Thursday with some new content, and make sure to follow us on our social medias at T&J's Child's Play.
Yerp. What's goody, y'all?
Hi.
Don't sound so sad. Hi.
How you doing?
Jada.
T&J's Child's Play.
Whoop, whoop. School's kicking my ass.
1 punch, 2 punch, 3 punch, 4.
Yeah.
The professor's knocking at my door.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the professors. It's the professors, like, they're part of it. Like, there's some... Oh, wow. I was about to say the Jehovah's Witness. I'm done. All right, I'm done. Time out, Trey.
Fun fact, I didn't know, but Michael Jackson was a Jehovah's Witness. I did not know that.
Wow.
Yeah. I was watching a Janet Jackson, I think it was a Janet Jackson Oprah interview, and I did not know. He's a Jehovah's Witness.
I wondered did he, you know how Michael talk? He talk real soft. I want to tell you about Christ.
Going on door to doors. Hey, it's Michael Jackson.
Why? Tell you about Christ today.
He's our savior.
Why? Yeah, he real soft spoken. I wonder if he speak real soft to the people.
Yeah.
Man.
Go to church with Michael Jackson. That should be amazing. Well, they said Justin Bieber, he be singing the main lead in his choir at his church in LA.
Everybody need a little church in their life. You know. So I can only imagine getting at that level of fame and not, you know, well, not even church, just like spiritual word and like reference. It just, if you don't have it, you'll go crazy. Well, I feel like I'm going crazy still, but you know, I feel like
but hey,
but I feel like I have some type of direction,
right?
You know, it will be. I will feel like I'm going a lot more crazier.
Right, there'll be a downward spiral if you ain't have nobody to believe in.
Yeah.
Woo, believe.
No, for real.
I believe.
That's what, Shrek?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That was a good. Oh, I have not seen that movie in so long. I need to watch it.
Well, who has time to watch movies?
Right.
Not us.
Oh, that was a good movie. Oh, our childhood was the best.
Yeah.
When it came to like TV and movies and stuff.
Yeah.
The crap they watch now, I don't know what be on Disney Channel.
I'm not gonna lie. For a minute, for the longest time, I thought that I was never gonna stop watching Disney Channel.
Yeah.
You know, and then it just like it went from me watching Disney Channel to watching BET. Yeah, so I made the switch.
So you made the switch from Disney to BET.
Yeah, and then it, you know, my friends made fun of me. All you watch is BET. I'm like, well, all I used to watch is Disney Channel. Yeah. Hey. So, we got another artist locked in.
Oh, locked and loaded.
Lit.
Locked and loaded. But yeah, you know, I was a TV connoisseur, so I watched everything.
A TV connoisseur?
Yeah, because, you know, my mom, she worked for Comcast and Xfinity for like 30 years.
Yeah.
She's been there for like 30 years before she like retired, so they hooked us up with the cable.
Lit. Go, Mom.
Hook us up with the cable.
See if she can put us on cable.
Put us on cable. Reality TV show. T&J.
I can't do reality. I'm not gonna do a reality TV show. I think that would ruin.
What are y'all scripting a reality? Like,
I think that would ruin our careers.
It really would.
Especially if they shown like, I'm not gonna say the real us, because this is the real us. You know, we're very real up here. But we also have another side that, you know, people just don't see. Like, it's just crazy stuff.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Seriously, I think Cardi B is like one of the only ones that can really do that.
No, and she does it. Like, she really does. Like,
right.
She's really authentic at it. Like that. Like, she does not hold back, and she shows herself.
Yeah.
And that has to be freeing. Like, that really has to be freeing to just, you know, I just see this thing ready to fall right on my computer.
Fix it.
You know, it has to be freeing to feel like, and now it's higher. Okay, great.
Well, all right.
To feel like you can say whatever, you know, and not like have to have a filter or whatever.
So that's one great thing that I like about her, though, for real. Because, You know how I feel about her music. It was better when she first started. But I like how real she is. It's really good. Very refreshing. It's very refreshing to see her. And be everything that she was, because I knew that her personality was amazing. Mm-hmm. What interview? I saw an interview with her in 2016 before any of this shit happened.
Was her teeth busted? Her teeth
was messed up. Yeah. She had on a purple wig with a plaid shirt on, and she was going to Hot 97, and she was doing those Who's Next events, like, who is this chick from the Bronx, and she's out rapping everybody. It was Cardi B. I was watching her since then. I didn't even know that she was on Love and Hip Hop until, like, I did research.
Yeah.
Because, I kind of stopped watching that. I only watch Atlanta from time to time. But that's besides the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's going on this week? This week there's so many things going on at once. But that's college, especially when you're involved here on campus. We did a panel the other day. That was lit.
It was fun.
We got to give like our personal opinions and how we feel about something. I want to do more of that. Like, I feel like I really like connected with people and shared like some of the things that we say on the podcast. Like, I connected with them and I shared those things at that panel. So yeah, I would love to do that again.
It was fun. We should do it again.
I definitely think more orgs on campus should have more panels.
Yeah,
because because like I was saying yesterday in the panel, something I said in the panel yesterday was that, our organization, our generation, we're so like social with our phones. We don't take the time out to actually have a conversation with one another and like open up about some of the things that are going on. So I think to make that more frequent, like, to have more panels and stuff.
Just more relatable content. Because one thing that I can say, and another thing that kind of gears it, when you do research on like why we use our phone a lot, a lot of stuff be boring. Like old professors and stuff, it's boring. And like sometimes oral presentations can be boring, whether it be information that you need, information that you want, but you have to have that charisma because people's attention spans is so short because we're so addicted to the phone. Yeah. So the content has to be good and relatable. Yeah. So like, I mean, hey. Yeah. Let's do some more panels. Yeah, because they were really engaged.
Yeah, I think it was really engaged because it was something that they could relate to, and it was conversation, which we don't get that often. You know what I'm saying? That we don't have that good conversation. We're talking about relevant things.
My new boss was saying too. She was just saying like the organic conversation chemistry was just very good. She said that she listens to a lot of podcasts. And it's not forced, but they're just saying things, and they're just saying things. They say that our delivery is very natural, and that's another aspect that goes with the oral presentation. You have to act like you care, because if you're just up there just saying something,
not even act like you care about the shit you talk about. Really, for real. Like, that's the easiest thing to do. So like, when we're coming up with topics,
you'd be surprised. Some niggas don't know how to do.
Yeah. I mean, just like the topics and stuff that we're talking about, like, we really have to dig deep and find like some things that are relatable and that we care about, because we're going to deliver them better if we care about the message. You know what I'm saying? If you don't care about what you're talking about, then your delivery is going to be off, and people probably aren't going to be interested in your message because you don't even care about your message. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's relatable, and they can it's relatable, and the conversation is organic at the same time.
Exactly.
So yeah, a lot of things going on this week. We just did a panel the other day. Trying to manage these assignments and podcasts and juggle all of these things, and make sure that we're putting in effort, the same amount of effort in everything, and not putting too much on our plate. I was talking to Jade about this. Like, a lot of the things that we like talk about, like on the podcast, we talked about this before we started recording. Like, a lot of things we say and suggest, I mean, they're things that we do. We practice these things, but they're better said than done. Like, we had a conversation where we're like, yo, we're stressed. Like, it's a lot going on, whatever. But, like, some of the things that we, tell you guys, like, they're better said than done. You know what I'm saying? So, like, some of the things we preach, we don't struggle, but like we're learning to take our own medicine too. Like, there's some of the things that we tell you guys. Don't think that we're just preaching, oh my gosh, they have the perfect lives, because they're giving out the best advice, and they're just telling us all of these gems, and they just great college stewards. Nah, we figured it out just how you guys are figuring it out. And sometimes we have to go back and review some of the things that we've said to make sure that we're figuring it out.
That's the whole motive of the whole thing. It's us figuring it out. I
Yeah.
mean, we're just really saying things that we go through every day.
Yeah.
It's literally no BS. Like, this is raw, uncut, unfiltered how I feel. This is what y'all get. So, I mean, when it comes to that, we just got to start taking our advice a little more, and we're all figuring it out. Yeah. We're all figuring it out. Yeah. That's the whole motive. It's being organic and figuring it out. Yeah. And you're not going to have it figured out. I had, not professors, who are they? Were they like advisors? I was talking to a group of people earlier this week, and they were just basically saying how it's always going to be a learning process. You're always going to have to learn. You're always going to have to be on top of your game, because if you try to get stuck in the 80s and 90s, they were older people. They was like, if we just try to get stuck, even down to the music that we listen to, it's just, we're not going to grow. Yeah. So, us going through the struggles, it's not going to get easier, but I mean, we have to keep on going, and we're going to always have to learn something new, because it's not going to be great all the time. Yeah. So, yeah, it's all a learning process.
Sometimes I try to put myself in their shoes, and they'll be like, yeah, because you made a good point. Like, it's not going to be like the 80s and 90s. Like, we think about us and how many things are changing around us, and how...
at a more rapid pace than it was back then, too.
Right. But think about how they went from where they were to how things are now. So, like, you know, putting yourself in their shoes is like, whoa, like, things have really changed. Right. But I guess that's the part that I need to come to realize, is that it's everything is always going to change. It's always going to change. It's never going to be the same. You know, I like to... I don't know, like, I guess, like, mood-wise, like, be in a great mood all the time, and I just beat myself up, because sometimes I'm like, I'm not there today, or I was there, or I started out my day great, and it's going, not backwards, but you feel different, you know?
Yeah, you do feel different. It's just it's everything. Like, we're not going to be comfortable for a long time, and I'm starting to settle into that, though. Yeah. Like, because with comfortability means that you're not growing, and nothing's happening for you. So I feel uncomfortable every single day, and I'm okay with feeling uncomfortable every single day. That means something's going right. Yeah. Or I'm getting to the right.
Yeah, or you're working towards that.
Working towards getting everything together. So I mean, hey,
yeah,
I'm uncomfortable.
I feel you.
But hey, it's cool. Just gotta learn how to manage anxiety and whatnot.
Yeah, and really. Like, find what works for you, you know, like, everybody's different things are going to work for different people, but, you know, you have to really seek out, you know, what makes you feel good, or what brings you back to, you know, your peace. That's what I was talking about yesterday also, is, you know, as I talk about every podcast, is staying at rest, you know, and anything that's trying to pull you out of your rest is no good for you, and you don't need it. But that's the main thing, is staying sane. You know, you can't be losing your mind or whatever and trying to do your assignments and all of that. And I mean, it happens, but you have to figure out what puts you back on track. I was telling Jade about this today. Make a list of the things you like or love to do, and then do 1 to 2 of those things a day. You know, because at some point in your day, you've done something that you enjoy, that you like to do, that's made you come back to your base, come back to your peace, your rest. And just make sure you practice that. But make a list of things, because you need to learn yourself. You learn yourself and learn things that you like. So make a list of what you like, what you love, and practice, you know, 1 or 2 of those things a day. Or do 1 or 2 of those things a day, so you can come back home, I guess you could say, to base.
Yeah. That's really good.
Yeah. Another thing, too, is I was taking in today was, I sat outside. I was telling Jada I sat outside today, and I said, everybody's just moving so fast. And I'm like, I'm sitting still. So I think us as college students, we should take more time to observe the things around us and take in what's going on right then and there in that moment. Yeah. You know, whatever you're doing, or, you know, reflecting on your day. I used to do that
a lot, actually. Yeah. Like Miriam, she used to make fun of me and whatnot, because I would always say that, but I would, like, step back and I would, like, really realize, like, I'm walking back to my dorm. We're in college. Yeah. Like, we didn't really think that we was going to get here.
Yeah, because we're also robot, do it. And it's like, you got to step outside yourself and say, yo, what are you doing?
I used to do that every other day, like, really, like, grasp myself. Yeah. Like, I'm in a dome class with 300 people. I'm really in college. Yeah. Like, it's a different ball game. Used to do it a lot. I don't do it as much now, because I feel like we up in here. We're in it now. Yeah. We're in it. But I used to do it. I used to do that a lot, actually. I mean, but then again, we had more time and whatnot. Yeah. Classes were easier. Yeah. That was a different. But I mean, I still needed it. Yeah. You still needed the realization and to, like, slow down and be like, actually, like, take it in, but I don't do that as much. I guess that's bad. Maybe
No, it's
I
not.
need to start doing it again.
I mean, it's just like it gives you a different feeling. Like I'm not gonna lie, after I sat outside and I just absorbed, what was going on around me. Yeah, and I'm like, the trees, the branches are moving. Like the sun is hitting my face. Like it's like, okay, I'm here. Like I'm here. I'm doing this.
I'm doing this.
Right.
That's exactly what it was.
And it's like it makes you slow down and kind of be patient with yourself at the same time too. Yeah. It's like a meditation type thing. Like you're just slowing down and you're absorbing everything that's around you, because we move so fast when in school. Like we go from day, like assignment, class, assignment, class, and it's like you have this routine and you're so in it that you don't even realize some of the things that you're doing. So you have to step back and say, hey, let's slow down for a minute and observe. So. Yeah, definitely have to slow it down.
Feel that.
Alrighty, let's get into it. So, social media world, what's going on? What's alive? Who's snitching? Let's get it.
Yeah, let's talk about 6ix9ine. Woo woo.
So I'm not completely up to speed on 6ix9ine, but I have seen all the memes. I've seen the memes with his big head on somebody else's body, talking about how just snitching. I don't say certain things. Yeah, like the memes have been often like 6ix9ine telling on damn, what was one of did he say Kirk Franklin?
Yeah,
it was some wild
remember
stuff.
The Cardi B one, like when her hand was around it, they did one of those like that too.
Yeah, so memes, Instagram, social media being social media, taking it off the wall.
Right.
But
cool.
Put me on the speed with 6ix9ine. What is?
I feel like people are just misconstruing his situation and just putting it to everything and trying to make a life lesson out of it, which is okay. It's cool. Yeah, you can make a life. I can see how you can do that, but some people are just taking it too far. They're taking it too far because, like, let's be honest. If your son or your daughter is in an interrogation room, just like the Central Park 5 stuff, and, like, you saw what happened to them, which, hey, that's totally different thing. But your child is in an interrogation room. They didn't do anything. They're with the wrong people at the wrong time, get caught up. Oh, I'm not going to snitch because this, that, and the third. Now your son or your daughter is doing 30 years in prison when they just didn't want to tell on the actual person to do it. And that's where the stuff is getting misconstrued, because the ridiculousness that's happening with 6ix9ine has nothing to do with people in the real society of the world. I think that you should really keep that shit as a divide, because now people are saying, should I snitch? Should I not snitch? Is snitching a culture? Is snitching? No, it should be very simple. Teach your kids the right thing to do.
Yeah. And
leave 6ix9ine's situation. Don't try to relate that back to the youth.
Yeah.
Don't just leave it separate. Leave it separate. Because now it's just turning into some mess.
Yeah. But the situation we're referring to is the video on the Shade Room, Remy Ma, and who, you know that girl's name? I don't even know her name.
I don't know who she is.
But she was putting people on game on how to snitch.
Which is... It's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
But I think her viewpoint was like, if you do get yourself in a situation, like, you should snitch. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the right answer. I mean, it all depends on the person at the same time.
The time of the moment and the recollection of what happens.
Yeah.
Who the hell? You know how many different scenarios it is out there?
Yeah.
Depending on your race, your gender, all types of stuff of what happens within the judicial system alone. Mm-hmm. So, honestly... We can't really compare 6ix9ine to anybody else.
What did 6ix9ine go to jail for? I don't know.
It's called racketeering. It's like a really high federal offense. Basically, some of the people that was in his little posse group, gang, whatever you want to call it, killed somebody, and they said that 6ix9ine called out a hitman for Chief Keef and stuff like that. A lot of stuff is going on.
So did he, or nobody knows?
I think he did do the hit, but. Another big part of the case is that
wasn't Cardi B supposed to be one of them too?
Yeah, I think he put her name in it. Or he put a lot of celebrities' names. That's why it's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But another big part of it was that he snitched on the people who robbed him.
He snitched on the people that robbed him.
Yeah, because the people who robbed him was a part of the thing too. Well, part of the gang too, and they ended up robbing him. And then his manager called out a hit on him. You see, it's a whole fucking...
Oh, his manager called out a hit on 6ix9ine.
It's a whole bunch of mess. It's a whole bunch of mess.
Well, I guess...
So, snitch, okay, you can snitch on them. Snitch, I don't... It's a mess. It's a mess.
Everybody's snitching.
It's a mess, though. For real, though. When you think about it, it's a mess. And even if he snitches on everybody, I feel like he's still going to get some time in jail.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't really matter.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that whole situation is so messy. why are y'all even trying to compare or make a lesson off of 6ix9ine? Yes, he messed up really bad.
Yeah.
Did I see it coming? Yeah. Was his music lit? It was lit when I was trying to get lit. But then again, like, you can't compare him. That's the moral of the story. You can't compare him to other people.
So, when he was in court and stuff, was he already locked up, or was it?
Yeah, he was in custody for a year, I think.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I think he was in custody for a year. Well, around a year. He went around this time last year.
Got it. So, he must have spent some time, and then it was like, all right, well, I spent enough time, and now I'm ready to,
exactly,
let it out, or, put y'all on game, or whoever did whatever to me, and here it is, I guess.
Another thing that people don't know is that he was already in trouble for stuff like this when he was like around 16 or 17. Because you got to think, he's only a couple years older than us. So he was in like federal trouble back then too, but he took a plea or something and he didn't have to do any time or something like that. So he's used to this.
The mess. But now it's just he's in the public eye and now everybody's looking
he's in the public eye.
Yeah.
Like,
the mess.
It's a hot ass mess. Like, I don't know. It was funny at first. Okay, yeah, he's a snitch. Okay, y'all don't respect him. Okay, y'all don't respect him. But now they just taking it too far.
Yeah. Like,
you're giving too much you're giving too much light to some mess.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean the memes are trending.
Yeah.
The memes are off the chain.
And memes. People getting asked about it in interviews. Why are you asking somebody else in their interview about 6ix9ine what you think about 6ix9ine? Like, what? Get out of here.
Snapchat announced his original shows, including a docuseries on Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Snapchat?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. See, he's still making money. I mean, hey, I don't got nothing to say about it because I really don't even know. Half of the stuff could be false. I don't know.
What does social media do? Blows it out of proportion.
What else happened this week? Something else did happen this week. So, from 6ix9ine to Love Don't Cost a Thing, one of the best films ever made. Yeah. All right, so basically Nick Cannon, he has his own talk show on, what is that radio station? Is it Power 106? Yeah, Power 106 in Los Angeles, and basically they had this segment.
Is it radio or is it up?
Yeah, it's radio.
Oh, okay.
It's FM radio.
Got it.
So basically they had this segment talking about going through each other's phones and whatnot, and they basically were talking about claims that Christina Milian went through his phone when they were in an alleged relationship. I think Nick sees it as a situationship, but I mean, they look like they were together from the pictures.
So she was on the radio show?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I think it was just a segment brought up.
He was just commenting on it, and she was like, "Oh, okay, got it." See, this is my whole thing, and with, oh my gosh, it's just okay. You allow yourself to be in whatever predicament you basically are in, if that makes sense. You allow it. You allow it because you entertain it.
Ooh, I just remember something.
You allow it because you entertain it. So if you talk to somebody, whatever, and, y'all have a hit it and quit it type thing, or, you text somebody, hit them up when it's convenient, y'all cuddle, whatever, like that's the type of, relationship thing, not relationship, that's the type of stuff that y'all on, then that's what it's going to be. If you don't set boundaries and say, hey, this is what I want this to be, or it needs to be this, or it needs to be this, or we can't have this, then that's what it will be, because that's what you allow. So I say this all the time, people only do what you allow. If you allow BS, that's what will happen, BS. If you allow something with foundation and substance and boundaries to be in your life, then that's what you'll get. But if you allow your shit to be all over the place and not have any type of restrictions or boundaries, that's what the hell you're going to get. So if somebody wants to do whatever the hell they want to do, and they want to go out here on this one, or they want to text this one, or sleep with this one while they messing around with you, then that's what they're going to do, because you've allowed that. Now, if you guys have set a foundation in line where y'all said, hey, these are the boundaries, and this is what it is, you either fucking with me or you not fucking with me, and that's that, then that's what's going to be, and y'all are going to have whatever. It doesn't mean the relationship's going to be healthy, but still, you have set up something where it's not all over the place. If you set up it's all over the place, then that's what it's going to be.
I like the points that you made, but this kind of goes down to trust. Now, let's just say, because we've had friends who went through this, their significant others going through their phone and whatnot, digging up stuff when they weren't together.
Yeah.
It's a level of trust. You shouldn't have to need or to build to feel like you need to go through their phone. Yeah. Now, if you feel like that, then all of what you just said 100% is true and it complies. You don't need to be with that person. Okay. But, I mean, if you feel like you really love that person, you're committed to them, this, and the third, you shouldn't feel like you have to go to their phone. And if you go through their phone and you see something, okay. But if you see some stuff that happened when y'all were together, chill the fuck out. Because guess what? We're 20. We're 20. I'm sorry. I'm putting it out there. We're 20 years old. And nobody ready for no goddamn marriage. Yeah. And, I get what you're saying. Yeah. I get what you're saying. If y'all really want to build, it takes a lot of maturity and a lot of respect to build. It definitely takes that.
But first, before you can get to maturity, respect, and all of that, you have to have a foundation and you have to have boundaries of what y'all said out the hell is y'all doing. But if you don't and y'all saying, oh, we not together, whatever, Nick Cannon can do whatever Nick Cannon wants because there wasn't anything that was laid out or said that.
Miscommunication because, hey, I mean, from other people's aspects, they were together.
Yeah.
I mean, but just like Nick Cannon said, but they weren't.
So it can be from the way it looks because you can think one person in relationship, one person's situationship say, oh, it's this thing, and I think we're together, blah blah blah, and you have this different outlook, and other people, your friends or whatever, or fans could look at Nick Cannon and be like, oh, they're together, oh, they look so cute, whatever. They could be booed up on the red carpet, but really he and another shorty DMs because there's nothing that was set in stone.
Right.
So I think you allow what you allow. Yeah, you and if that's what you allow, if you allow stuff to be all over the place and no substance and boundaries, then that's what it's going to be. And she can't even be mad.
She can't get mad. Yeah. I mean, hey, child, this can get juicy. These phones.
Yeah.
We don't be going to nobody's phone. Honestly, that's like invasion of privacy. Just like I said, if you feel like you need to go through somebody's phone, you feel like you need to catch them. It's either you have insecurity with you or you know that person is not it.
Yes,
Just be honest with yourself, hon. Be honest with yourself, hon.
Yeah.
You know that person's not. If you gotta go through their phone, gotta go through their phone in the middle of the night like this. So why did I get married? Tyler Perry film. Get out of here.
Wow.
Leave it for the screen, man.
Wow.
Leave it for the screen. What else you want to talk about?
All right, my last thing that I have for today, gas, right? I was talking to Jade about this. Gas. You should always have
Who got the gas?
Not that kind of gas. The gas.
Gas, what I smoke. Yes, and let the drop up the window. Okay, I just had to do it.
Wow. Okay. The good kind of gas.
It's a good song.
Okay. Gas. You should always have it. And I'm talking about the stuff that motivates you. I ain't talking about weed. So find something that motivates you and step on it, right? So in life, we all need something, whether that's what you believe in, whether that's you're doing this for, not a person. Okay, it depends on who the person is. You can do it for your family. You can do, I don't know. I just don't want to, I'm doing it because this person's doing it. I don't want you to start comparing yourself. But make sure whatever you find, whatever gasses you, whatever motivates you, make sure that it's positive and that it's never ending because you always need gas in order to move forward in life. So whatever gasses you, make sure you step on that and make sure you stay consistent with that. If you don't have gas, you won't be able to move. So whatever you find in life that motivates you to do better, to be a better person, to grow and develop into the person you want to be, continue to step on that and make sure that never runs out. And if it does run out, you need to find something else. But you should always have gas because you're always trying to go. There are times where you can pause, get your tires fixed and all of that and, tune up and, take your time to yourself because we're not all perfect. We're not machines. We're not robots. We can't keep go. We have to take time, like I said earlier, and slow down and observe what's going on around us. But I do think in life, in general, you should have gas. Gas, something that makes you go.
Yeah, people do get blinded by their passion sometimes. I mean,
yes.
It's very easy to, but I mean, you kind of take everything that we've been saying throughout the podcast for the whole year. I mean, without passion, why are you here?
Yeah.
What's the point of you being here? What's the point of you spending out $27,000 to school or going to trade school or doing anything or just staying at a snagging job where you don't want to do that? I mean, you just got to find it.
And again, like I said, it's hard. It's better said than done because right. I find times I'm like, I'm not motivated. I'm not motivated or whatever. But, I mean, it always picks back up. And that's that time where I'm sitting back and observing, some of the things that are going on or whatever. But, I mean, eventually that picks up again and, you feel that, oh, okay, I got it. I'm on it. I'm on the move, whatever. But sometimes it's hard to keep that going, especially when you're assignment after assignment and, something after something, a project or, whatever, project after project, whatever, and keep going, it gets overwhelming sometimes. So you have to make sure that you stop, give yourself a minute, but make sure that you have that gas to refer to when it's time for you to go again. Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, it's good. Stay motivated. Woo-woo. Stay motivated. The marathon continues.
Great podcast for this week. TNJ on everything. I want to thank you guys for listening and showing support and love. And if you're not following us on the gram, make sure to go follow us on the gram. And tell a friend about our podcast. We're trying to grow here. You know, that's the thing. We like to grow. So tell a friend about our podcast. Share it. Share the link if you enjoy this podcast. Share the link if you enjoyed other podcasts. Share a podcast with a friend is what I'm trying to say here. But alrighty, TNJ on everything. Yeah.
TNJ on everything. I put it on everything.
All right.
On my mama, on the people that I love.
All right.
Cypher me down, baby.
Haha.
We hope you enjoyed our podcast.
We're here every Thursday with some new
If you have something to say it to my face.
Or let us know on Instagram and Twitter at TNJ's Child's Play.
Make sure you're subscribed to get notified about our podcast.